Hi, Christy Plack here, and I'm going to share some tips on how you can increase your party sales. The way I look at it is I have one opportunity with this host and her group of friends, so I want to make the most of it. I want to work smarter instead of harder. Sometimes if you've had a dud party or maybe a string of dud parties, and it happens to us all, you can kind of go into the next party thinking it's just going to be another flop. And when I do that, I'm not as invested in my hostess coaching. I'm not as on top of my book recommendations, and overall, I'm not as good of a consultant. But when I look at each party as a new possibility, and I decide that I'm going to make the most of it, my parties always turn out better. Any consultant who has been around for a while will tell you that the number one most important thing that you spend your time on is the hostess coaching. So do the hostess coaching, follow the timeline, send the emails, and don't leave anything out. I do also like to make that hostess coaching personal, and I do that by calling my hosts or using the voice messenger function, just anything I can to make my instructions a little bit more personal. I really encourage you to get to know your host as much as you can. So if you see they've recently posted about a vacation, or maybe one of her kids was recently sick, message her about those things and kind of keep it conversational and get to know her. Okay, so now let's talk about ways that you can shower your hosts with appreciation. It's proven that people work harder when they feel appreciated. So make your hosts feel appreciated. I think it's totally worth the investment to spend a little bit of money and give your host some incentives, like if she has 25 going RSVPs, or if you can do a bingo card with her, things like that. If you can incentivize her and then reward her for meeting those goals, I think it is totally worth your investment. You will be making her feel appreciated, building your relationship with her, and creating a lifelong customer and possibly a repeat host. When your host is interacting with her guests, when she is excited, when she is posting on the event page, when good things are happening, like RSVPs are rolling in, tell your host, message her and tell her thank you, and just always keep it really positive with her. So here are some things I do when setting up a party. I start by sending my host the how to invite email, and I do not add her to the event right away, because if you do that, her natural tendency is to just hop on and start inviting people. But instead, I want her to read that email first and then see our process for inviting. And then also don't set the bar too low for her. Our goal is 25 going RSVPs. So I want to give her that, I want to put that idea and that goal in her mind right from the beginning. So let her know after you've sent the email, and ask her to let you know once she has at least 20 people who have responded to her that they would like an invite. I set up my Facebook events no more than 1 week before the date of the party. I think this helps keep the excitement and energy high on the days leading up to the actual party. The post that I spend the most time on by far is the How Old Is Your Reader post. So you want to be giving book recommendations to every guest. If they don't comment on that post, I will tag them and I will say, hey, if you wouldn't mind taking just a couple minutes to respond to this post, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm working on setting up the party and I want to make sure that I have something for everyone. So I really made it about them. Like, I want to help them, so I want to know more about their readers. And then those book recommendations, I use them even after the party is over. So if somebody hasn't ordered yet, I'll go back to those book recommendations that I made and I will tag them in it, ask them what they thought about those recommendations, ask them if they would like any help ordering or if they wanted any additional recommendations, just to kind of remind them about those personal recommendations that I made just for them. You want to post personal thank yous on the event page. It's a kind of a subtle way to remind other guests to get their orders in as well. I also encourage you to say that the party ends the following night at midnight. You can always go in and extend the party later, but having that sense of urgency is really important, because if people think that they have an entire week to get their order in, they will put it off and they will forget. It is okay after that deadline has passed to go in the following morning and say that the party has been extended, and then you can let them know that the host is only $25 from the next level of rewards or something like that, so that maybe those people who haven't got their orders in yet, maybe if they were on the fence about ordering, they will see that, they want to help their friend out and they will go ahead and place that order. Don't be afraid to tag people a couple times throughout the event. So usually on the How Old Is Your Reader post, and then anyone who hasn't ordered yet, I will go and tag them on the Party Has Been Extended post. I will also follow up with a personal message to anyone who RSVP'd to the party but who hasn't placed an order yet. And I always include the shopping link so that it's really easy for them. I include the shopping link in all of my posts that go up after the party so that people can just hop on really quick and grab that link and order. And then if you have a host who earns, I would say, at least $100 in free books, I always go in and post that on the event page and say, that's a wrap. Thank you guys so much for being such a great group. And I let them know that their friend earned $100 in free books and $150 worth of half off books, and I plant the idea of hosting one more time and say, if you would like to grow your home library, shoot me a message and we'll set a date or comment below. My biggest tip I want to leave you with is to always keep in your mind that your host, each and every host, is doing you a favor. So even if she isn't quite doing the things that you're asking her to, just remember that she is doing you a favor by sharing our products with her family and friends. So really work to maximize each and every party opportunity that you have. Walk away from the party with a great host relationship, great guest relationships, and these people will be your future hosts and possibly even your future team members.